Welcome back to Low Buck Builds. In today's video, we're going to be flipping this 2008 Nissan Xterra. So let's take a quick walk around here and see one thing about this car is for a Michigan car, no rust. This car actually came from California. It's got a little sun fade on the bumpers, and we got a couple of handles to replace, but really the outside is in really good shape, especially again for Michigan, no rust, period. We got a scrape here, but you know what, it's not that big of a deal for this price range, and this is the only dent on the car. So we're gonna have to replace this handle here, and then back here this one's missing, so we're gonna do those two handles, and I'll show you what we got going on inside. So the inside is not bad, just dirty. Interior is actually in pretty good shape. I'll probably do some seat covers and some new mats and a good cleaning. And again, this door, gotta fix the handle. But yeah, the back seat's in really good shape. Just like I said, a good cleaning. All right, we'll take a look at the driver's side. Overall, good shape. Again, clean, needs a cleaning, but we can do that. That's easy. This side and the back, we got one little cigarette burn hole. Actually two, it looks like, but still, man, it's an 18-year-old car. Besides that, like I said, no rust. This thing is clean. That looks like rust, but it's actually just dirt. Got a nice little trailer hitch too. So our biggest issue on this car, well, we have a couple, is we have a misfire. Whenever I took it for a test drive, I could tell it was misfiring. The engine light was blinking, which always indicates a coil most of the time. When I put my tester on there, it said cylinder 2 misfire, so it needs a coil. Alright, so for the same price of one coil, I got a whole pack of coils and plugs from Amazon. The link will be in the description. But on Nissan, your cylinders are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So number 2 is right here. So it's this coil right here. But again, I'm gonna change them all. We're gonna do a tune-up. It's $100. It's worth it. Besides that, all the fluids are great. No fluids are mixed where they're not supposed to be. So oils has no coolant in it. Transmission has no coolant in it, which is the issue with these cars. Oil just got changed. It looks great. Brakes are a little soft. We have extra money over. I might do pads, but I don't think so because they're not bad at all. So overall, we're gonna be doing 2 door handles, and we're gonna be doing this handle here, and then we're gonna do this one in the back. These are really easy on these cars, and we're gonna do a tune-up, and then we're gonna clean it up, make it look pretty inside and out, and it'll be done. So an interior and exterior wash, and coil pack, or coils and plugs, and 2 handles, and hopefully we'll have this out here tonight. Alright guys, I'll go ahead and show you what we got going on here. So when you run the car, it has a shimmy to it, and the engine light's on. When you drive it, the engine light will actually flash. Alright, so I already know what's going on, but I'll show you guys anyway. Sorry about the beep. It'll take a second to upload right. Read code. Cylinder 2 misfire P302, which is most likely the coil. So we're going to change that coil, that plug first. Make sure this goes off, it runs good, and then we'll change the rest of them because we're already there. So let's get to it. I do want to note that I did make sure the engine oil looked good, and there was no knock in the motor. It was just shimmying. So if you're going to take a risk and buy a car, make sure that you or you bring somebody that knows what they're doing when there's an issue like that. So first thing we're going to do is unhook this battery, and then we're going to change the number 2 coil which is the front one on the right side. I'm also going to back this up so we can get some more light. So let me get all this stuff set up and we'll be right back. All right, back the car up where we got more light. We can see in here. I was going to close off the garage, but it's just too hot. It's like 90 degrees out today, so we're going to go ahead and leave it halfway out. It's going to get dark in about a half hour, but that's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and get this battery cable off, and we'll get started. All right, let's remove this battery cable. Looks like a 10 millimeter. And it is. It's a 10 millimeter. All right, we're gonna go ahead and remove this number 2 coil. It's a 10 millimeter. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the electrical off first. Pop out this bolt. Nothing to this, guys. Way. Get a tray. Let's pull this right out. It didn't even feel like it was connected. Alright, so there's the coil. Pull it out. And you get the other ones all ready, and then we'll put another one in. So, alright, so now we need to pull the plug. Alright, so this is a 5H plug wrench. We're going to go ahead and pull the old plug out. Alright, I got this monster extension. It'll work for now. Alright, we got it out with the magnet. Don't look too bad. I can definitely smell the fuel. It's running rich. I can definitely smell some fuel. But maybe it just stopped working. They don't look like that old of plugs either. I don't think it was all the way down on the plug, honestly. Because whenever I pulled the coil out, it just came right off without me having to pop it. So let's go ahead and get the new plug down in there after I gap it. And alright, spark plug gap is supposed to be 043. We'll go ahead and this one's at 040, which is close enough. You're not supposed to gap these, so I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to say it's good. I put a little bit of grease in it to help hold on to the plug. I'm going to be real gentle with it because I don't want it to cross thread for sure. And we'll go ahead and work it in by hand, and then we'll just tighten it. If you're using a torque wrench, these are 10 foot-pounds. This is what I've always been told, but I just do snug by hand. If you don't trust yourself, look up the torque spec and follow it. Alright, I just go a little snug, good. Alright, we're going to throw our new coil on, and then we'll test it out and see if our engine light goes off. So here's our new coil pack. Oh, dang it, I forgot to put the anti-seize on there. I'm going to do just a dab of dielectric on this. Alright, we're going to do just a teeny little dab of dielectric that contacts the plug. Just a little bit like that. Oh yeah, and always make sure to compare your parts. Make sure they look the same, which these do. Alright. I feel it go down on there. Which on the other one I did not. So that makes me a lot more confident. It's installed right. We'll go ahead and put our 10 millimeter back on. We'll start it by hand. That way we don't have to worry about cross-threading. I would not use an impact or anything like that. Do everything by hand on plugs and coils. It's real easy to over-tighten stuff. These are also, I believe, 10 pounds. Just snug is good. We'll throw our electrical connector back on. Didn't hear it click, which makes me nervous, but we'll try it. That might be where our issue is. All right, we're gonna go ahead and fire it back up and see if that code goes out. All right, so let's go ahead and fire it up and see if that code goes out. I may have to reset it. It's not shaking near as bad. It's not shaking at all, actually. And our code's out. All right, so all the engine lights off now. That was our issue. Now I'm gonna go through and we're gonna go ahead and change all the other plugs and we'll move on from there. So on this side, it's just basically repeating the same process on the other two plugs. It's the other side that gets tricky. So just remove the coils, remove the plugs, put the new plug in, put the new coil on, make sure the electrical connection's connected back, and you're good to go on this side. Alright, so we got the left side done. That side's easy. Now for the fun part. So you gotta take basically this whole plenum off to get to these plugs. Some people sneak around and fight with it. I'm just going to take my time and get all this off and do it the right way. I don't want to fight with broken boots and all that stuff. So there's plenty of videos on how to do this. I'm not going to shoot this. I want to knock this out tonight. So I'm going to put a link in the description to the video I watched, the best one I watched. And if you need to do this, it'll show you how to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and knock this out and we'll move on. Alright, we got our intake off now. Now we got free access to all these three coils over here. I'd rather take the time and just take the stuff off. Now I can clean it up and put it back. And I don't have to fight trying to squeeze through little bitty holes. So I'm going to go ahead and replace these three coils and plugs. And then we'll start putting this thing back together and we'll be done with this part of it. Alright, we got our new coils and plugs installed. Make sure that whenever you put the electrical connectors on, they click. Sometimes you gotta get a screwdriver in there and rebend the little tabs a little bit, but you definitely don't want these coming off, especially these that are underneath the intake. So that's one thing to definitely look out for. So now I'm gonna get everything back together and hopefully no more codes and it runs smooth. So let's get this back together. Okay, I'm going to see if I have any cleaner for the throttle body, and I'm going to kind of clean the parts up a little bit as I put them back on, and take a look at the gaskets and make sure they're still good. Alright, so we got the intake on. The studs, make sure you use a torque wrench. We're going to do 5 pounds first pass, and then we're going to inside to outside, and then 8 pounds afterwards. So make sure you look up your torque specs. I think that's what it is. I'm not positive, so make sure you look it up before you use that, but that's what I'm going to do here. Now we just put the cover back on and we'll check and see if there's any new codes. Alright, I got it most of the way back together. I'm going to leave the main top off because you can see right here, this vacuum hose is gone. So I'm going to replace that in the morning. Also, a lot of these grill inserts are gone. You can buy these at Harbor Freight. I'm going to get a set tomorrow and fix this as well. So let's go ahead and start it up and see if we have any error codes. Time to see if I screwed this up. So fired right up. We got still have our airbag lag. I deal with that. Motor sounds great. So come back tomorrow, we'll do a cleaning, do those handles, and get this thing ready for sale. Okay, so I went ahead and got a new piece of tube right here. Replaced that vacuum line. I also went to Harbor Freight, picked up some of these little clips, And we got this all fixed and now it's nice and tight. Next we're going to move on and we're going to go ahead and get this handle replaced and then the one in the back replaced. So that's going to be next. Alright, we're going to start with this handle here. I'm going to get some tools and we'll go ahead and get this handle off and replaced. So first step, you just remove these little grommets with a flathead screwdriver, real simple. And it's probably, looks like about a 10 millimeter down in there. So I'll go grab a 10 millimeter and we'll get this off. Felt a little loose to begin with. It might be part of the issue, but we got a new one, so we're just going to replace it. Be careful not to lose the nut. Alright, so I know why it's loose now. Somebody's been in here. And if you look real close, somebody used a zip tie to hold it on. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this all apart, get it off, and put the new one on. Got some thunder popping, so probably gonna have to hurry up and get this done. Biggest thing is don't drop the nuts down in the door because you'll never get them back out. Luckily this socket fits them pretty tight. Don't go too nuts here, just snug is fine. I got a feeling we're gonna have to do an adjustment on the latch. Yep, we're gonna have to do an adjustment on the latch. So what we got going on is this piece is sliding out of this holder here. So what I'm gonna do is get some super glue, put a little dab in there and push that in, because that's why the door wasn't working. Alright, so I had to hurry up and do this because we got thunder and lightning coming in. I want to get this done tonight. I put this new handle on, but it's still broke. It needs adjustment or something. I'm going to have to work on it tomorrow. But I also got this one on the back. I didn't film anything with that. It works. So I got these done. I need to do interior and exterior cleaning, which ain't going to happen during a lightning storm. And then we can get this up for sale hopefully tomorrow. So I'm hoping that maybe this will blow over and then I can still get out here tonight and at least do the interior clean. Tomorrow I can ride through the car wash in the morning and get it up for sale. So I'm going to go ahead and put it up for tonight and be back tomorrow. So at the end of the project, I slightly went over budget. We're in at $2,001.68. And I have a total of 4.5 hours of labor in the car, so not bad at all. I ended up selling the car for $2,800, giving us just under $800 profit for 4.5 hours of work. That's a good deal. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and make sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Anything in particular you like, or if you want to make suggestions, make sure to leave a comment down below. I read everyone and usually respond within the hour. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.